I'm Candy Sorsek, and I would like to start by asking a few simple questions. What is your vanity worth? Your pride? What about your brain? Your life? Is your life worth looking a little silly? Worth looking a little less experienced, perhaps? I'm going to tell you a couple of quick stories about choices, some statistics, and some reasons people give for their choice. Because you see, every time a rider saddles up, they make their choice. They make their choice as far as the questions I just asked. One day a couple of years ago, my sister answered this question with not wanting to look silly. She figured she was too experienced after all. She had been riding for 15 years. But as would happen, her horse spooked. She was not wearing a helmet. She fell off and hit her head. She was riding in some pretty rough terrain, and she had to be life-flighted out. To this day, she still has no memory of the day of the accident, and the days prior and following are sketchy at best. Thankfully, a severe concussion was the price of her vanity. This time. A severe concussion and many cuts and bruises were the extent of her injuries. But now, every time I see someone riding without a helmet, I think, what if? What if my sister had been wearing a helmet? What if she'd been wearing a helmet and been able to just dust herself off and get right back on? Finish the ride, no big deal. Then I have to look at the other side. What if a concussion wasn't the worst of her injuries? What if she'd been paralyzed? What if she had ended up like Lana Fox? Lana Fox was featured on the TV show Rescue 911. Lana Fox actually saved someone from a burning car, pulled them out, pulled them to safety. Sadly, there was no one who could save Lana when the horse she was riding spooked, bolted. Lana's head smashed into a utility pole. She died as a result of her injuries. She was not wearing a helmet. According to the American Riding Instructors Association, head injuries are the most common reason for hospital admissions and death. A simple reason for that is our skulls are easily shattered. It only takes an impact between 4 and 6 miles per hour. 40 miles per hour. 40 miles per hour is how fast some horses can gallop. Another reason for these head injuries is height. A horse can raise you to over 8 feet. Permanent brain damage can be sustained from only a 2-foot fall. Because of these numbers, jockeys are now required to wear helmets. And since this has become mandatory, there are fewer jockeys suffering severe head injuries than pleasure riders. 29% reduced head injuries after the United States Pony Club instituted mandatory helmet use. These reductions in head injuries when helmets are worn are astounding. Yet people still refuse to wear them, which begs the question, why? The main reasons people give for not wearing a helmet are that it's not cool. It's not stylish, not traditional when it comes to Western riding. A friend of mine says she's too experienced for a helmet. Well, to some people a helmet may not be stylish. Then neither is being paralyzed. There are very many different styles of helmets for different disciplines, different colors, different styles for comfort. In the last decade, there have been so many advances in helmet use to make them cooler when you're riding them so you're not as hot. They'll have visors to keep the sun out of your eyes. There are even some that are designed for Western riding. And when it comes to experience, if you think experience is a safety net, consider this. When it comes to experience and injuries, a study in Alberta, Canada found that on average, Most reported rider injuries had 27 years of experience. 27 years. My sister and Lana were experienced riders. And they discovered, like many others, that being experienced does not cover you in bubble wrap. I can only hope that you will learn a lesson from Lana, from my sister, that the statistics of head injuries and the positive results of helmet use can convince you to put your vanity aside. But at the end or beginning of the day, when you saddle up, that choice is yours. Please choose to be safe. Thank you for your time.